once again I have to test if it works. Does it work? Are you working? Yes, pretty much. Alright, okay, cool. So just as fun really, and also just to learn a little bit about how cryptocurrency works. I invested a bit of money in some Dogecoin, just a few coins, and I was inspired by one of the leading developers, Ross Nicole, to have a little go at it. And of course, I have no idea about it, so I started off with some documentation, and I noticed something when I tried to build Dogecoin using the various different techniques. I was having some problems, so I raised a pull request, and this is where I got to. Essentially, when I cloned Dogecoin, there are two files that allow the make operation, the kind of build operation. They make the build operation fail, and the reason I found was because the line endings for Windows had been changed from the required LF to CRLF, which is the Windows version of it, which is quite funny. And so I corrected those two files locally, but then I found out that when I added documentation to just make people aware, hey, by the way, this is a thing, and this is the weird error you get. Some people helped out to kind of push me a little bit further to try and see if I could actually solve the core problem, which is always awesome. And they suggested that I use a gitattributes file, which is great because I can run some different functions on different types of files as I clone, etc. But I had some problems over the weekend, the bank holiday. I couldn't get those attribute files to work, and I think it's because my laptop had some overriding features. Gosh, I don't know. So I just thought I'd stream myself flailing essentially. So let's just go back to what I put here. I said and then I'll show you the actual problem. If you add the following in get attributes, does it solve the problem? Reclaim would be needed. So this added to git attributes, and I said, interestingly, I can't get this to work yet. Who would have thought trying to force a file to both save and clone as LF would be so blooming difficult? I'll have another classic on Monday evening. Well, it's Thursday almost, so well done, James. I've tried the following things. Attempt 1, save a CRLF file to a repository, add git attributes with this, and then reclone that repository, and that didn't work. Attempt 2 was to save a CRLF file to a repository, add a git attributes with this instead, and then reclone it. That didn't work because every single time I recloned it would still come through as CRLF rather than LF. Now, the reason I thought that might be is because I was committing them as as CRLF files, so why on earth would it try to change it? So then I thought, okay, I'll commit them as LF files, which I assume is what Dogecoin has got, and then I'll reclone them with those get attributes added, and then see if it then makes the difference. But it didn't. So ABC Sexy Z has responded to that comment. Take a look at my git testing repository. It's something minimalist to test a feature. I'm able to create Linux file endings file which are converted to CRLF when pushed, and vice versa. If it can help you to figure out what's going wrong, switch the instruction order. If you save a CRLF file to a repo, then add git attributes instruction. The file will still be CRLF. So that's what I thought. It seems you have to add git add the file after changing git attributes to have the change to take effect. It seems you have to git add the file after changing git attributes to have the change to take effect. So we're gonna give that a try. I'm pretty sure I've already done that, but hey, always best to retest. The exact syntax is pattern attribute. Yeah, so I read that in the documentation. I've used get attributes before, obviously, but always good to highlight any issues I might have been having. It's possibly wrong instruction should be text. So it could be this. This could be the right one. Anyway, so let's give that a try. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to create a new repository. Let's do that now. So I'm going to do test for, no, we'll just call it test. Okay. And inside there, I'm going to add a gitattributes file. And I have to do that through this command line because I can't add a file with no file name, but gitattributes needs no file name. So I have to do copy null, and then I think I give it the name then gitattributes. And sure enough, there it pops up. So now we've got a file with no file name. Awesome. Let's just open that up in Visual Code. Yeah, okay. So what we're going to do here is add this this text end of line equals LF. But I'm just gonna look it up first. I'm gonna move over to Firefox because Chrome had on me typing into that. You know, I don't want to type the P word into the to the address bar. No, just joke. Not really. It's not really a joke. What is the difference between ELF? Okay, so let's see if this helps. So starter text tells Git to 1. Normalize line endings to LF on checking in, and 2. Convert them to CRLF when the file is checked out. Tells Git to 1. Normalize line endings to LF on check in, and 2. Prevents conversion to CRLF when the file is checked. So this looks like the one I want. Notice that both settings normalize line endings to LF on check in. This effectively sets the text attribute because text does the same thing. So I think, I mean, considering this guy, there we go, has done this, you would think that it would work. EOL and text still perform binary checks before translating. That's why the common text is relatively safe. So let's also check out the documentation in Git. So Git attributes, Git documentation. Yes. Okay, a Git attributes file is a simple text file that gives attributes to path names. Each line in Git attributes file is of form pattern 1, attribute 2. Cool. And then let's look for text. Let's see what comes up. Text. Checking out. Okay. These attributes affect how the contents stored in the repository are copied to the working tree files. When commands such as git switch, git checkout, and git merge run, they also affect how Git stores the contents you prepare in the working tree in the repository upon git add and git commit. Okay. So text. This attribute enables and controls end-of-line normalization. When a text file is normalized, its line endings are converted to LF in the repository. To control what line ending style is used in the working directory, use the end-of-line attribute for a single file and the core.ell configuration variable for all text files. So note that setting core.autocrlf to true or input overrides core.ell. So this is possibly a problem. So let's probably, I don't know, check my git config. Let's see if I can find that. So it's going to be in probably my users folder. How do I get to that? Oh gosh, where is it? Command line for user folder. I think it's user dir or something. User profile, that's the one. Okay. And then I want to look at my git config, which is not here. Okay, so maybe it's in app data. Okay. Where is git config found in Windows? The system level configuration file lives in the git config file of the system root path. On Windows, this file can be found at C documents and settings, all users, application data, git config. Alright, let's do that. Not quite. Okay. So let's go back or go up a few. So we've got C drive, documents and settings, all users. Or maybe it's default app data. I don't think so. I've done this wrong already. Oh gosh, why is this so difficult? Documents and settings. Let's try that. I didn't do anything. Yeah, that is not doing anything at all. So I don't know what C documents and settings is. Is this like some old school thing? I remember documents and settings, I just don't think it's here anymore, is it? So I could have sworn that gitconfig was here. Oh, there it is. Okay. I think that's the one. I mean maybe. Let's see if a search will return gitconfig files. See if that works. Ah, here goes. C program data. Aha. I think we found it. Let's abandon that. I wasn't reading. C program data. Git. Okay, let's try this one. Git. Nope. Oh, there it is. Mr. Git config. Program data git config on Windows, Vista and newer. Git config, let's try that. Oh, here we go, git etc. So that, I think that looks reasonable. Okay, so let's have a look at that file. And oh look, there it is. So we have got to be very careful of that. So I think what I'm going to do is make a note of this first. So I'll go number 1, ensure that your git config file, typically found here, so that's actually quite weird because I don't think that is not the .config that I was thinking it would be, but maybe I guess it's fine. Okay, fair enough. Typically found here. Ensure that your git config file does not include, and then we've got our problem here. Found in the core section. Found in the core section. Oh, you can't see that. I'm so sorry if anyone watches this. I actually can't zoom in for some reason. Maybe. Oh, there you go. That's better. You still probably can't see it, but I'm just writing a few notes. So that's that. Cool. Gosh, that makes it quite difficult for me to actually see. Okay, so let me actually go and edit that file now. So here's my git file. I'll go and delete that and then save it. Failed to save git, insufficient, retry as admin. Yes, please. Save. Okay, fine. Let's try that again. Let's see. Open with code. How do I open with admin? Let's see if I can do that in command line. Oh, wrong. cmd. Run as admin. Yep. cd. That one. and then I want to just gitconfig VS Code. Was it Visual Code? Code? God, I can't remember. Oh no. Hi. Okay, fine. Let's try something else. If I go here and I go here, I can run as administrator. And then I can go and open the file from Visual Code. Here we go. Yeah, that's going to do it. Ha! It already saved it. Oh, thanks for that. Thanks for telling me it didn't work, and it does. Very interesting. Okay. So if I was to close that, and then close this, and then I go and open it again, let me just double check. Sure enough, it's gone. Alright, cool. So that's job one. So I think now let me load up Visual Studio, because I don't like this this a lot, I have to say. Maybe I can do it from here. Yeah, here we go. Sorry, I've got itchy nose. Load. Alright, we're in. Okay, cool. So the next task is to add, well, yeah, okay, yeah. So let's add that that text thing, which I found on Firefox. Here it is. Yep. Okay, save that. And so the next thing is to commit that file. So let's do that. If I go cmd here and then git init, then git add, git commit, and then I'll do first added git attributes. Cool. Okay. And then I guess I want to have a new place to push this to, which I think I've already done here. So let me just go to my repository, see if I can clean one up. Attribute test, yeah. Let's go here. Let's see. Maybe I'll just create a new one. New attribute test 2. None of these, please. Okay. That's push an existing one. Okay, cool. So that and that. Yes. Okay. So let's refresh. All right, here it is. Okay, cool. So now we've got that, we can go and push a file with the correct line endings. So let's go and make a file now. Add new file, test, and I'm going to make sure that the line ending is LF. Oh, that's interesting. Is it going to let me do it? No. Okay, well, we'll have to try Visual Code then, I suppose. That's very interesting. Why is that not working? That's not right. Oh, it's because it's not even a file type. Yeah. Well, that's a bug. Nice. Always helpful. Okay, fine. So I'm gonna go here and I'll open this up in Visual Code, see if it's got better luck. Here we go. CRLF, LF. Oh right, cool. Extensions have been modified on disk. Please reload the window. Reload window. Yeah, it doesn't. Close that. Now open it again. CRLF. Okay, fine. how to save a text, wait, wrong browser. How to save a text file as LF on Windows. Well, actually, you know what? This commit message should do the job, but the problem is, so the get attribute should do the job, but the problem is, as I pull it back down again, it's just going to convert it again. So we need to figure this out. In a plain text file, to tell the computer that line of text doesn't continue forever, the end of each line is marked by a single blah. I thought the program is different, therefore you'll need to convert any such file so it has unit. Okay. In the Slurm job sketch, if you submit, checking a file's line ending. Oh, wordy. How do I save a text file as Unix LF instead of Windows? I tell you what, I bet Notepad++ is better for this. Let's try that. I haven't got it on this computer yet. Yeah. Oh, is there a 64-bit? Oh, there is. Nice. Let's go that. Install. Yeah. Sure. Cool. Okay, let's give this a try now. So file open. Recent. Let's see, we've got this one here. So, oh, didn't mean to do that. Let me open containing folder Explorer. Yes, that's what I want. And so I want to drag that one in. Okay, and I think I can change this down here to LF, save that, close that, and now if I drag that back in, what is it? CRLF? That is so weird. Okay. So if there's any way to have the file out that save the text file with, as I'm trying to create XML files for use on Grandma 2, Lightning consoles, and they do not accept XML files with CRF line terminations. Is this doable? Interesting. How to save new lines in file as LF. Yes, this works. The file just contains just LF as line separated. To verify, open the file with your favorite hex editor. Oh, why is this so difficult? This is ridiculous. Convert Unix line names to Windows. Wire text files. CRLF issues and save text file with LF on Windows. Binary write function. Mathematica. Okay, convert Unix line names to Windows, CRLF issues and text line. How to write Unix end of line characters in Windows. For Python 2, import the old way. On Notepad++. Open file with Notepad++. Click edit end of line conversion Windows format. Here we go. So view, show, end of line. Okay, but if I go and open this again, we've got now. CRLF. Save save that now. Let's see if that is the reason why. Ah, it is. Okay, it's because I didn't have a line ending. Ah, fair enough. Okay, cool. So let's save that up. Great, that's really good news. Awesome. So we'll go back to my command line, and you probably can't see any of this. I'm so sorry, but let's just do that. So git add test.text, and then git, just double check I've done that. Yep. Git commit add LF and text file and push that up. Alright, cool. So now the important part is when I clone it, does it get monkeyed up? So let's go and clone this bad boy. CMD git clone that, and we'll do this test2. So what do we get out of this? Test2. I open that up in Notepad, and it's an LF. Okay, that's cool. So here's another question. If I now delete that, if I now delete that, and I submit that as a change, so git status, there it is. No, that's not it. Let's try that again. That's not what I want at all. It's this one. So if I delete that, cmd git status, yeah, git add test.text. Oh. Ha. Stage deleted file in git. I've not done it without git add all, so this is interesting. How do I do that? Oh, it's git hyphen add, is it? Nope. Git add test.text. Oh, there we go. Just being an idiot. Awesome. Okay, so git commit deleted LF and git push. Alright, okay, so now that's back to a freshie. It is, there you go. Okay, so now the question is, if I do a CRLF and then I pull it down, does it then still convert it? So let's try that. So if I do that and then do this, click a bit harder maybe. There we go, you have to double click. Test. Oh, that's in test 2, I don't want that. Yes, keep it in the editor. Do that, save. Alright, so now I should have a new file. Git add test.text. And let's just double check that, because I'll hate myself for not ever knowing for sure if I've done it right. So I'm going to add that in there, and this should be CRLF. Okay, cool. So I've just done that, and then if I do git commit, CRLF file, git push that up. So now we should have our nasty CRLF file. Cool. And so now let's go to a different folder and clone it. CMD git clone, boom, and test3. Now what do we have? Because my git attributes file should be forcing it to LF. Let's see what we got. An LF file. Oh, that's great. Okay, great. So what I've learned there is my pull request. Let's try and quote reply. After having a play around with this, check out the stream here. give them a link. I don't actually know how to give people a link to this. Let me see. How do I share this link? Oh, there it is. Okay. So after having played around with this, I have figured out that I was probably never saving the file as LF in the first place. I figured out that one, I was probably never saving the file as LF in the first place, as I never added a line, a new line after a word I added. And two is my computer, my git config file still had, now I've recorded this somewhere, it still had, I've probably deleted it now, here it is, had auto CRLF in the global config. I may have been looking at the wrong location before. Thanks so much for the input. That was good to be pushed to try again. So I suppose the answer now is that I need to modify the help text a little bit. So whilst I've got that in the stash, let's go to my files change and note what I actually put. I said note that if you are running into the following errors, see below, while executing make host, ensure that your line endings are set to LF Linux and not CRLF Windows on the config.guess and config.sub. So I don't think this is relevant. More so that when you're cloning, you need to make sure that you're cloning in LF. Now, how do we help new users coming in? I don't think it's so obvious. Maybe it's worth, suggesting that the error is referring to these two files, and you can check them out. And if they do have CRLF as the file line endings, then you know what the problem is, and this is what you need to look for when cloning, which I think might be more helpful. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my my own Doge dev fork. I'm going to go clone this dude because I don't know which one it is now. So cmd git clone Doge documentation fix. That's not how this works. Okay, let's try this again. That's yes. Let's get a copy of this down. And I need to change to my branch here, so I probably named it something really annoyingly difficult. Here we go, issue that. So git checkout that. Not a git repository, yes, that's correct. cd, oh, for goodness sake, I'm in Windows, why don't I just go to it? That one, cmd, git checkout, that, switch to a new branch set up to track remote, cool. So that means that I should have that that change in the pens, no, not the pens, in the docs area. So if we go here, what was it, doc build windows, yeah. Okay, so if I go and open this up, let's see, let's go here, open with Visual Studio, and then go to doc, and then build windows. Alright, okay, let me just zoom in the screen because it's highly likely you can't see anything you're doing. Oh, I can zoom in both. That's great. Okay, cool. So, yeah, here's my. Oh, where is it actually? Here it is. Note that if you're running while executing make, ensure that your line endings are set to LF, Linux, and not CRLF. A few let's say so default git for Windows installation. The default git for Windows installation sets a global configuration value of what was it? Autocrlf of you in the gitconfig file, you can find this file. You can typically find this file in, and I'll go and grab that there. Alright. Once that is removed, when you clone the solution, when you clone the repository, the line endings should be correctly set to LF. Now, if you want to check what line endings you have, so this is a bit wordy now, isn't it really? So note that if you're running into the following errors, let's see if we can move this. So note the following errors. While executing make host, ensure that your line endings are set to LF, Linux, and not CRLF, Windows. Let's put how to do new line here. Okay. The default Git for Windows installation sets a global. So this is probably not. The default Git for Windows installation sets a global configuration value. It sets a gitconfig value of core like that. Yeah, core autocrlf in value of, and this will interfere with the git attributes file in this repository. Now I'm just going to test that as well. Actually, I don't think that's required. So that's good, and I'll just double check that a little bit later. But what I'm going to do now is add my gitconfig back. Where is it? It was apparently closed. That's always good. Here, if I drag it into here, and I put this back in, like so. and save that. Sure, doing the good deeds, yes. So now that's back in. If I go and delete my or go and clone it again, in fact. So cmd git git clone, and I go and find my test. Here it is. We'll call this test 4. Now what happens? Are you now CRLF? Interesting. Let's try this like this. You are not CRLF, so it does not interfere with it. That's very interesting. That is very interesting, and that is a CRLF file as well. Yep. So it has used that git attribute. And finally, if I go and remove that git attributes, so if I did that, and then let's go to here, git status, yep, git add dot git attributes, git commit removed attributes to test. It really functions as expected. Push. Okay, so now I have no git attributes. This is CRLF. When I take a clone, so let's try this. cmd git clone. Do that, and then test. It's CRLF, so it does work. The attributes file definitely works. Great. So I've actually got a pretty nice change to push in here. Yeah, that's interesting. And here's the thing. So when you run, yeah, I think I explained this before, but when you run the Makefile, essentially it breaks because it's CRLF end at line ending. So let me delete this because it's not required anymore. That is in the Visual Studio. So note that if you're running into the following errors, so actually I don't think this is even required anymore because I'm going to add the git attributes to it instead. So if I delete that, then no one need to ever know about that essentially. Now what was wrong with this? Yes, I see. So in this case there was nothing. So if I go and get our attributes file from over here and then pump that into there, all text files and line. Okay, cool. So here's the test now. So I need to make sure that this all works. So if I go to git and then I push these back up, added change to git attributes, to ensure text files are brought down with correct line endings. Push that up. So that's cool. So now I've done that, what I can do is delete this and then reclone it and see if it's actually worked. Because if I go now into here and go to the depends file and go and look at my config.guess, you can see that this is, oh no, that's interesting. It is LF here. So at what point, now the plot thickens. The plot thickens. I wonder if it's when I save it. So now I've now saved git config.guess, but it's still LF. I wonder if it's because the the git attributes is in there now. Ooh, this is interesting. This is very interesting. How can I test this? How can I test this? If I delete that file and then go into depends and then go to this, still as LF, still LF. Oi oi oi. Okay, so let's try this build again, because maybe I did something wrong at the start. So Windows build on Linux, on Windows, using Windows subsystem for Linux. Yep, got that. Using native compile tool. So I've got the WSL. So let's go and get that open. Yep. I don't know if you can see any of this. With Windows, you have to enable that stuff. I've done that already. Cross compilation. So the steps below can be performed on Ubuntu, including the steps below can be performed on Ubuntu, including in a VM or WSL. The depend system will also work on the Linux. However, the commands for installing the toolchain will be different. First, install the general dependencies. Done that. Host toolchain build essentials necessary. Yeah, it's just explaining that. If you want to build a Windows install, then with make deploy you need that, which I've got. Acquire the source in the usual way. Building for 64-bit Windows. The first step is to install them in. I've got that. Ubuntu, sudo alternatives. Yep, got that. So once it's installed, the build steps are common. It's interesting. Where are those steps that I originally followed? A little bit confused at the moment. Install, yeah, got that. Done. Sudo apt. So it may have deleted too much here. Let me just go to my PR. So that's looking correct. Okay. Right. Build using. Oh yeah, this is the one. CD depends. Okay, cool. Right. Great. So first of all, I want to copy this here. Or that there. So I need to navigate my way down the list a bit. Let's close these. Source, repos, documentation fix. Let's go to here. Ha! Yes, of course. Because everything's made better with that. I think maybe I have to do that actually. I can't remember. Okay. Wow. I hate my life at the moment. What is going on? Let's try, I don't know, properties, security, that. What have I done wrong here? Maybe I have to do quotes? I don't know, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't want that. with this? I guess it's because I'm in some weird virtual drive or something. Yeah, how did I do this before? Wow. Let's see. CMD bash. Oh, that's how I did it. So how did I get to that? Mount C users. That is exactly it, isn't it? Yeah, that is the same. Okay, cool. Right. Great stuff. So now I just have to follow these instructions. So I changed the path, which I think I've already done. But let's do it anyway. Weird that it didn't copy. Thank you very much. Done. Then sudo bash echo that. Disable oversell support for Windows 32 applications. Interesting. Oh god. Okay, nice. CD depends. CD depends. Nice, we're inside. This is the one. What will you do? Will you work? It's gonna work. What the heck is going on? What the heck is going on? How is that now working? How is that now working? This is not right. Let's cancel this. This definitely didn't work. Something is not quite the same. And I don't know what it is. Okay, so let me try this again. I literally just took a clone. Why was it ever wrong in the first place? I'm very confused. This is clearly something. I mean, maybe I should actually just warn people about it and say, "Hey, look, take a clone again and just make sure your CRLF changes are not screwing things up." Maybe that's what I need to do here. Maybe if I undo this a bit, the following errors. While executing, ensure that your line names are set to LF and not CRLF. I think I think it's worth putting that in, but I think the problem may have been something I did in this earlier step, and which is really annoying me, I have to say. It's really annoying me. Because that is clearly working. That goes to that, and the build, that's not the right one. This one depends is definitely LF, LF. I don't know. I have to understand it. Unless someone's no, because this is my branch. This is my my fork, so no one would have put a new patch in. And in fact, you know, the .text is not even going to work here. So really, I should. Really, this is pointless because it's only going to do .text. Whereas maybe that other text one would make a bigger difference. I see. I'm at the point where I feel like the PR might not be needed, but then at the same time, I know that I've wasted well, a week on this. And I want to save people that time. How do you communicate that kind of thing to new Doge developers? How do you communicate that kind of thing? Oi, oi, oi. I actually don't know. How do you communicate that? I mean, this does say just note if you're running into that error. I just don't know how it ever happened. That's the problem. It's not like I actually went into a random file and then saved it as CRLF. That's not that's not what I did. I wonder. Let me clone from Dogecoin from the master branch and then change over. Let's see if that was how it went wrong. That is totally possible. Yeah, that's possible. So git clone actual Doge. Not sure yet. Actual Doge, here we go. Open with VS. Depends. What are you going to be set to? CRLF. Holy smokes. Okay, we have found the problem. We have found the problem. Ha! So how on earth is my fork doing anything special? I mean, I haven't pushed any other changes. That is literally my change. And that is merged. But it's merged from 1.21 dev. Haha. Now we're getting somewhere. Alright, okay, cool. This is good. Git check out that one. I bet it's fixing that. Let's close this, close that. It's not fixed there. It's not fixed there. And this, just in case I'm going crazy, is this now? This is still looking correct, right? Yeah, these are still LF. So somehow in my repository it is fine and theirs is not. What? Code clone. Let me do this one more time. Test Doge. How many times can I clone? Is the question. Oh, it's getting late. Right, so that's brand new thing. Test Doge, where is it? Test Doge. Gonna open this up. And what do we have? If we have CRLF, I would be so confused now. Depends. Ah. So okay. So I open the file with the git attribute. That's the only thing I can think of that's changed here. So if I add this back into the gitAttributes on test Doge, right, so like that, and then I go and open it. Nope. Oh. Okay. Why has that just changed randomly? Maybe because I... What? How is this happening? See, it's it's so confusing. Oi. Okay, so that's why, because I haven't changed my branch yet. Yes, of course. What did I call mine? Attribute test, or attribute something. Attribute. This test Doge is okay. Wow, I'm really confused now. So these repos are really poorly named. So now if I claim mine again, because I can't remember what I've just done. Fork from Doge dev. I literally just did that. Yeah. What was my other command line? Oh, I closed it. All right, whatever. My version of Doge. Yeah. Let's just do it again. My apologies. I think I just did that. Alright, now I go into here and I go open with Visual Studio. These are going to be CRLF, and then I change to my branch, and for some reason it will be fine. Let's just try this. So config.guess CRLF, yep, all ruined. And then if I go to get checkout, that cd my version of Doge git checkout. Right, and then if I open it now, it's still CRLF. Oh, something just changed then. Just try again. Yeah. Well, I don't know why it's changed like that. It's very, very, very odd. Now I'm inclined to inclined to think that's not worked at all, that. And that makes sense because they're not text files. But let's see if we can crack this. So wow, this is definitely worth the try. I guess we want anything covered by the make function, really. So what does this call? So this make function goes to config.guess, config.sub, site, that's it. Guess, site, and sub. So these three, how do we know what types they are? Make sure git pulls down LF line endings. Okay, this is interesting. So yeah, let's push that change up then, and see if that is gonna work. Stage readme Windows text. What did I do here? I don't know. Okay. Adjusted git attributes as the last version isn't working. So now if I go to my PR, there it is, and now we're going to take another clone. Yep. And we'll call this 2. CD my version of dog2, and then going to git check out that one. Alright. And so hopefully, if I go to that folder now, repos, my version of dog2, and then open with Visual Studio, then go here, and I should see in this git attributes my new text file thing. And this time, my depend should say LF, and it doesn't, so it hasn't worked. Okay, interesting. So I wonder if there's a... Oh, but we found out that the global git config does not make any difference. So I was just about to say, I wonder if there's something specific about this. This git setup settings. Let's see, git repository settings, git ignore attributes file, global, diff tool, merge tool, commit changes, plugin selection, line endings. Excuse me. Nothing in there, alright. I want. Ah, shit, why is this happening? Why is this happening? I mean, they're clearly not. They're clearly not wrong in the code. I'm not sure what's going to fix this. Let me just double check there's no other ones as well. So it's the only one there. I've got that in there. Any.text, text end of line. So let's just try. Yeah, let's just try and convert these 3 files in, because they seem to be the ones in the Makefile, which makes a lot of sense, I guess. What about this funcs? Funcs.make as well. Oi oi oi. Okay. And I suppose any of these package files as well. CRLF, yep. So I want any file. Okay, let's just try this. Let's just try this. Close that. Fine. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Force all files to be LF ending git attributes. Right. Without a bit of information about what files are in your repository, it's a bit hard to answer the question. Besides this, I'll consider that you're willing to default to LF as line ends in your working directory because you're willing to make sure that text files have LF line ends in your Git repository whether you work on Windows or Linux. Indeed, better safe than sorry. However, there's a better alternative. Benefit from LF line endings in your Linux work, CRLF line endings in your Windows work, and LF line endings in your repository. I suppose you're working on Linux and Windows, make sure core.eol is set to native. So why Makefile crashes with Windows line endings? Because like basically if I run so I've got this file, and if I go and run that make, it's gonna break. So if I go and just prove this online now, my version of Doge 2, if I go here and I go and run my actually let's go here, cmd bash, and if I go make, cd depends make, that's it, and I get that. And if I convert those to LFs, they'll be fine. Just to show you, let's just do that. So this one is complaining about config.guess expecting in. So if I go config.guess, and I go and change that to LF and save it, then I go and run it again. Oh, I don't know how to clear screen. I don't know how to do it. Make. Now if you check this. Oh. Has it actually saved that? If I close that and go back into there, it is LF. Config.guess 63, config.sub 80. And what's the other one? That's it. Config.site.in. Oh, that's not doing anything. That is not doing anything unless the makefile itself is problematic. No. Config.guess. This is very weird. How did I get that to work before? Why does it not work now? Let me go back to the doc. Build Windows. Just run the actual command here because I can't foresee it doing anything, but who knows? So set my path variable. Oh gosh. One day this will just copy actually. Cool, and then do some weird funky stuff I don't understand. So print something. Cool, and then make, and Woodian depends, should be fine. Let's just try those things again. Yeah, okay. Now those config files, I believe, are now LF. They are. So that, I guess, is not the problem. And this says config.guess line 63 syntax error, but it even says not found line 4. I mean, Let me go and check these in another program. Depends. Edit with no plus. Yeah, they're set. They are still CRLF. Okay. So don't trust Visual Studio. Fine, we've learned that lesson now. Here we go then. So my apologies. Let me try it again. So now if we do it, that'll be a different. Yep. Okay. So yikes. Okay. What a pain. What an absolute bloody pain. Close that. Go to my version 2. I've got my good attributes. So this was version 2. These are LF. That's LF. Okay. And that was with that new thing. So I guess what I need to do is I'm not sure. I'm really not sure now. This does not help though. Why can't Makefile run any of this? Like, why does it care about CRLF? Anyway, maybe there's a configuration for Makefile that we can do, you know? Makefile Windows CRLF. If we make the change for Makefile in the Git attribute, does that solve the problem? I was hoping per this advice that Git would do the reasonable thing across all OSs if use Makefile text ELF. Then according to the link above, Git will always convert lines to LF on checkout. You should use this for files that must keep LF lines on Windows. Does make quite an on Windows we have used okay. Okay. Configures Git on Windows to convert all LF to CRLF when checking out code when committing those CRLF. So if you don't mind being a test user, I think the pragmatic and working solution is to add exclusions to Git attributes as they appear. The first would be this. Yeah, I mean this is the problem here, so maybe this is worth adding specific files for it. So in that case I'd do depends and I'd do makefile, and that would be makefile text end of line, like that. Something like that. So let's start with that. Let's do that. Let's do it. Okay, git changes. We'll push that one up. We don't want to push that up. Undo. Yes. Try this. So now my guess is going to be CRLF. That is, and that is. But if I do make and change this to, if I do the change to that file only, let's see if we can make that work. So LF, save that. Now run that. No, okay. So I'll also force that file to be there too. So if I go back to my attributes, oh, wrong one. Back to my version 2. My attributes, where are you? Ah, here, okay. Config.guess, site.in, sub, and well, I mean, it doesn't complain about the other one, but I don't know if he's got to the other one yet. Config.sub, syntax error not found. Config.site.in, builders.make, no such file or directory. Builders.mk, builders. Oh yeah, it's because I didn't provide one. Okay, so when it gets to there, the Makefile, let's have a look. .mk. It's going to go do any of these. So this, I mean, essentially I'm going to have to cover the whole bloody lot, aren't I? .makes. Yep, and then what's in here? Patch. These are all patches. Okay, let's try this a little bit differently then. So, get attributes. Depends. Dot make, and then we'll do it's got that looks good. Dot patch, and I'm guessing that is used by Makefile. Let's just see. Patches path. Where is that used? Oh, it's not used. So I might not need to do it for that. Let's just check in here though. Patch. There's a couple of inclusions here. Nothing interesting though. Nope. That one. Nope. And well, I guess that's that. And then so funcs.make is done. So let's ensure I add that. Get attributes. Depends. That will be fine. And I want to do the Makefile itself. Depends Makefile. Text end of line equals LF. And then yeah, config.guess sub site.in. Don't care about the MDs. Okay, I think that's it. I mean dot patch. I mean I can't see it in there anywhere, so maybe I should just take it out for now. Let's give that a try. So push that up. Added specific files that are associated with Makefile. Right, let's try this again. See how that works out. So we're going to go here, there, git clone, go to my Dogecoin, here, boom, what did I call it? My version of Doge 3. Alright, Let's open this puppy up. See how we're looking now. Go to depends. Config.guess. Are you going to be LF? It says CRLF. I don't trust it, I have to say. Is my git attributes here? No, not yet. Of course, because I haven't changed your branch. So let me just change over to that branch now. cd my version. Dog3. Right. Git check out that. Okay, so now my get attributes is going to be having it. Cool. What are you saying now? LF! 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 Yeah, we've done it! Woo! Okay, cool. So, let me go run my command A in this. Nope, I don't want to do that. I want to do cd. Oh, I need to do the other stuff again, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know what it does. Let's see. It says, read the descriptions. It says this. What does it actually do this? I need to read this first. Bash. It says set the path equal to the mount drive. Okay. Then it says echo sudo bash. Don't know what bash does. I guess that's what I've just done, right? I see. -c, don't know, echo if 0 is greater than that. I don't know what that means. Sudo depends. Awesome, and then this is the big deal here. Oh yes, okay. Right, well, I don't know how long it's going to take. But I guess I really do need to see if it works now. But I think I've got my changes in. I think that's all looking good. I guess whilst this is doing its thing, we'll okay, so I don't think that quote worked very well. No. We'll just delete that and then we'll try and get back to this. How do I respond? Copy link quote reference in new issue. Quote reply. There we go. Yeah. After having a play around with this, check out the stream here. I figured out that I've gone through the Makefile and found the corresponding problematic line endings. So, check out the stream here. I have gone through the Makefile and found the corresponding and included the files that get affected, included the files that are processed by the build. Now, this is no longer true. Okay, so well, it was never true. After having to play around with this, okay, I have gone through the Makefile and included the files that are processed by the build inside the git attributes file. I've extensively tested this, definitely. I've tested That's on a new git clone. The specific files are now coming out as LF. Now, that's one more thing, because we say that, but actually I didn't test. I was testing on Visual Studio, which we found out we can't actually trust. So suppose my version of log 3. If I go to that and then open up one of these, like so. Oh yeah, we're looking good. Oh, we're sweet. We are sweeter than a nut. That's still building away. I have gone through the Makefile, included the files that are processed by the build inside. Gone through the Makefile, included the files that are processed inside the gitattributes file. Oh, there it is. I've tested that. I've tested a new git clone with those above changes, and it has corrected the issue of CRLF. I've tested back and forth a few times too to ensure I've hit the right nails. See what's happening here. It says performing configuration checks, component configuration, not building. Do I need? Oh, here we go. Okay, whatever. I've removed the comments as given that as the inclusion of the git attributes file has addressed the problem at source. I did have some overhanging questions. Is there a more comprehensive way of including all of those? Well, you see, I don't think I really want to make everything go LF, as it's just not required. At least from what I'm seeing now. What's this? In function eval cast between incompatible function names var proc to long. What was that? Start. Entering directory. Work build. In function evutil check if address. Cast between incompatible function types and var proc. Okay, long int void pointer to u long void pointer. Okay, well, these are warnings, so nothing to get overly concerned about. What was that though? I just saw an error. No, it's a warning. Okay, cool. Okay. And I guess I want to add, I've run the make command mentioned in the windows.build, and it is now functioning correctly. Here is the final output. I see, I don't know how long this takes. Could be a while. One second, just gonna get some water. How are we getting on? Not sure. It's looking good, in fairness. I don't know where it's building this to. I guess in the requested URL returned error 404 not found. Fetching Qt base open source. That doesn't help. But probably okay, I suppose. I don't know. Yes, it's mounting the folder and then building straight from there, I guess. Where it's building it to, I have no idea. Let's try and get a hint from that, because maybe if I go to the git ignore, it might say like ignore src. There it is, yeah. It's funny because it says about Dogecoin. I don't think even after building this, I ever see a Dogecoin folder. And then after building using the Windows, it can be useful to copy the compiled executables to a directory on the Windows drive in the same directory structure as they appear in the release.zip archive. This will be done in the following way. This will install cworkers Bitcoin, for example. Make install Bitcoin. You could also, okay, I think I've done enough here. I think that's pretty much running now, so I can always correct it if I find it doesn't work in the end. So yeah, I think I'll leave this stream here. So thanks for watching if you did, and maybe I should just create this. I've run the make command mentioned the Windows build function correctly. Let's mention this dude as well, or dudess, abc sexy z. Oh, what the hell's just happened? That's better. Let's preview this. After having a play around with this, check out the stream here. I have gone through the Makefile and included the files that are processed by the build inside the gitattributes file. I've tested a new git clone with those above changes and it has corrected the issue of CRLF. I've tested back and forth a few times to ensure I've hit the right nails. I wasn't so sure if the patches was required. No, because I did see it. I mean, let me just double check whilst I'm here. I think I did see that actually, which is why I included it. It was in one of those. It was in one of those. I already found it. I can just hopefully figure that out. If not, so forth a few times to ensure I've hit the right nails. I've removed the comments as the inclusion of the git attributes. I've removed the comments I originally made in the build windows.md, as the inclusion of the git file has addressed the problem at source. I run the make commands. Thanks so much in advance. Alright. Okay, right, yeah, cool. Speak to you later, guys. Bye-bye.